don't know a single woman who doesn't want her very presence to radiate and emit a beautiful magnetic aura. I'm talking about the kind of aura that turns heads, that warms hearts, and that has you walking into any room causing people to pause and take notice. This is that effortless, I'm not even trying kind of aura, and it doesn't come from what you wear, what you look like, or that amazing scent that you may leave people as you pass by. Listen, all those things are important too, but the aura that makes a woman alluring and magnetic is much deeper than that. And I mean that literally, because what makes a woman most attractive are not the things that can be seen. It is her intangibles. It is who she is at her core. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the 7 intangibles that truly make women attractive, alluring, and magnetic. So I want you to watch until the end, because number 7 is the intangible that is most forgotten, but yet it is the most powerful. But before I get into the list, I'm Vanetta, and welcome back to My Sister, My Seed, a nonprofit committed to empowering and inspiring women. We are dedicated to self-love, inner work, and harnessing and embodying the most powerful gift God ever gave women, our divine feminine energy. So if this sounds like a community that you want to be a part of, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button so we can stay connected. Now let's jump into these 7 intangibles that make women magnetic. And first on the list of what makes a woman magnetic is embodying and never negotiating your worth. Listen, there is a difference between knowing and embodying your worth. So you can know something to be true, but if you don't embody it, if you don't live it, it's just information that you have. And so we have to make sure we activate our worth. And this is done through decisions we make, through things we accept and reject, through how we allow people to treat us and the standards that we set for ourselves. And when you do this, when you embody your worth, it gives your aura the brightest glow ever. Listen, we all have intrinsic value, and this simply means that we were created worthy. We were born worthy. Our intrinsic value is a part of our divine DNA, and there is nothing that can add to this value, and there is nothing that can take away from it. Your value and your worth are not attached to what you do, what you earn, what's in your bank account, your relationship status, or the title or position you hold. Your intrinsic value is your immeasurable worth, and the more you embrace it, the more you embody it, the more you stand 10 toes down on it, the more you refuse to negotiate it and settle, the more magnetic you become. Now, this isn't easy for some of us because life experiences have conditioned too many of us to believe that we are not worthy, or that we have to hustle hard and earn our worth. Listen, unworthiness is one of the 5 core limiting beliefs that hold women back from our greatness. And if this is you, I suggest that you take a few minutes out of your day every day and meditate and remind yourself of who you are and that you are already worthy and deserving. And this will not only change your life, it will change your aura and make you magnetic. Now, second on the list of what makes a woman magnetic is my favorite on the list, because it changed my life so much, and that is radical self-acceptance. Listen, a woman who fully embraces and accepts and loves who she is a very attractive woman. Now, this doesn't mean she doesn't work on things she wants to improve to be the best version of herself. It simply means that she is so self-aware that she loves all the sides of herself, even her shadow side, the part of us that we try to hide from people because somewhere in life we learned or were made to believe that parts of us were unacceptable. So we hid that part of ourselves out of shame. But a woman who doesn't hide who she is, who embraces all parts of herself, even the parts that she wants to improve, is a woman who knows how to give herself grace, knowing that transformation and evolution are a part of being human. Listen, embracing all the versions of yourself is like a relay race. One version of you gets so far in life, and then she hands off to a better version of you, and so on, until you are the best version of you. And you learn to appreciate every version, because without any of your past versions, your best version is not possible. Listen, part of becoming magnetic is looking at yourself in the mirror every day and loving and approving of the woman staring back at you and permitting her to show up in the world in full authenticity. And the reason why fully accepting who you are is so magnetic is because it's so rare. And people are drawn to what's rare. They want to know how you develop the courage to walk through the world naked as your authentic self and not feel ashamed. And the world is hungry for more of that. So if you want an aura that is magnetic and alluring, accept yourself, even the parts of you that you've hidden. Bring her to the light and love all of her. Third on the list of what makes you magnetic is a balance of your light and dark feminine energy. Now, if you're not aware, light feminine energy is that happy, fun, carefree, girly side of us that is soft and nurturing and kind and compassionate and playful. But there is another side of feminine energy that we must embrace called dark feminine energy. And it is nothing demonic about it. It is the more assertive and the more seductive side of a woman. This is the side that is a little more fearless and a little more protective. This is the opposite of our soft side. It is more our savage side, and we need to integrate and activate both if we want to be magnetic, because life calls for both. A good balance of light and dark feminine energy will be different for all women, but when you find your right balance, it is very magnetic. You will know when it's appropriate to be soft and light and fun, but you won't hesitate to set boundaries so people will know you're not to be played with. Now, for a lot of women, integrating dark feminine energy is not easy because we are taught, a lot of women are taught, that we need to stay in our softness and be the quintessential good girls. But if you want to be magnetic, you have to integrate your darker side because you need her. And you will be so glad when you allow her to come to life. Now, fourth on the list of what makes a woman magnetic is prioritizing yourself at the top of the list of your own life. Listen, there is something about a woman who doesn't feel guilty about prioritizing herself. She knows that when she treats herself like a priority, she is teaching others that she is valuable and worthy. And when you treat yourself like a priority, others will treat you like a priority. And what's really attractive about a woman who prioritizes herself is how she balances things on her plate. Now, this is a woman who understands that everything may not get equal time. So she prioritizes that which gets her time, but you best believe she herself is never last on that list. She takes time for self-care and making sure her inner well-being is tended to and well maintained. And this is what gives her that Zen feeling in life. And a relaxed Zen woman who does not have on a superwoman cape trying to do all and be all things to all people exudes confidence and self-awareness. And these things are very magnetic and downright irresistible. Now, fifth on the list of what makes a woman magnetic is a tip we get from Nina Simone, who says, learn to walk away from the table when love is no longer being served. And there is nothing more magnetic than a woman with a strong walk-away game. A woman who walks away from low value treatment, and a woman who will say thank you, but no thank you to what's beneath her. This is a woman who knows her intrinsic value and knows that her time is valuable, so she doesn't allow people, especially men, to play in her face and waste it. Listen, there is something about a woman who would rather pack up all of her marbles and play by herself than to entertain low vibrating men who offer crumbs when she knows she deserves the entire cake. She knows that tolerating men who play games will drain all of the energy out of her magnetic force. And I get it. It is slim pickings out here. The dating and relationship pool has a lot of disgusting stuff floating around in it, which makes it tricky for women who want marriage, who want to start families, and who want to be in committed monogamous relationships. But if you want any chance at having the kind of relationship that you desire, you must initiate and activate a strong walk-away game early and often, because it allows you to operate at a frequency certain men can't access. And this automatically changes your aura. It brightens your glow and it makes you radiant. Now, 6th on the list of what makes you magnetic is having a spiritual practice that fuels you. Having a faith or a spiritual practice reminds you that you are the divine imagination of a God who created you with intention, who created you one of one. And so when you stay in constant connection with the divine and you make spending time in the presence of your creator part of your daily routine, you glow and you radiate from within. It's where you get that fuel to handle whatever comes your way. And the glow that you get from this connection is not something that everyone has, but it is something that everyone desires, even if they don't know it. Listen, every spirit craves a connection with the divine or the Holy Spirit, and people are drawn to those who have this real, sincere connection. Now, having a connection to a spiritual practice leads to number 7 on the list of what makes you magnetic, and that is walking in and fulfilling your purpose. Talk about a glow. I know I've said it throughout this list, but nothing, and I do mean nothing, is more magnetic than a woman who walks in her purpose. When you are doing the thing that you were created, gifted, and equipped to do, you feel radiant. You feel whole and fulfilled, and this is what makes you magnetic. Listen, most people aren't looking for purpose. People are just living. But when you encounter someone who is operating in the thing that they were specifically created for, people can feel it. They may not be able to put their finger on it, but they know it's something about that person. Now, what you need to know and what I want you to be clear about when it comes to finding and fulfilling your purpose is that purpose evolves, much like we do in the course of life. And this just means how you fulfill your purpose will evolve as well. So don't get stuck thinking your purpose can only be fulfilled in one specific way. For example, for 19 years, I worked in full-time ministry as an associate minister, and that's how I fulfilled my purpose. But now how I fulfill my purpose is much different. I fulfill it through my nonprofit. So be open and allow your purpose to lead you to the next evolution of what you're called and created to do. This is how you will maximize, magnetize, and even monetize your purpose. Now, I hope this video was helpful. Please let me know in the comments if it was. I would love to hear if any of the 7 intangibles resonated with you, and I can't wait to read and respond to your comments and hear how you are attracting and magnetizing your life. Now, do me one last favor. Share this video and this channel and this community with another woman who may need this kind of support, and I will see you in the next video.